Oh, Oprah. If Dalvin Cook is unable to play because of his allegations, will the Vikings add a running back? So everything that I know right now, and again, I'm recording this on Wednesday, Dalvin and his team say that it all seems like he's going to be able to play this Sunday, and he expects to be able to play. If for whatever reason he is unable to go, I know they have a lot of confidence in Madison. We got the past master. Mitch, can the Vikings turn it around and still make the playoffs? Oh, the past master. No, dude, I don't see this one happening either, simply because Kirk Cousins, for whatever reason, this guy can't play in primetime games, and I'm not saying that's what it comes down to, but Kirk has always kind of folded near the end of the year because the more pressure he gets, the worse and worse he becomes. So sorry, I'm going to go ahead and say no to the Vikings.
Evan Hinders, Vikings should go sign Andy Avalis, who coaches Boise State in college. I'm going to be honest, I think that's a terrible idea. Hiring the Boise State coach if you're Minnesota, who's had 1 year there, I think he's a good college coach so far. I don't think Minnesota. I think that would be a disastrous hire for Minnesota. From You Like That, how the heck is Kirk Cousins a different person and player at 1 o'clock compared to prime time? I need an investigation. I don't know, man. It's like Dalton. Although Kirk Cousins is better than Dalton. Like it's Cousins lost to Cooper Rush, which does not make sense. He has an awesome TD interception ratio this year, and yet, like when they need that play, when they need that drive, he's just not delivering, especially far too often in prime time. So Cousins is like, for me, it's the new Dalton line. He's the threshold for if you're going to be able to win a championship with him, or because of him, I should say. Like, he's a good quarterback. He's like somewhere around top 15-ish, maybe just outside of it. But can Minnesota win a title right now with Kirk Cousins? I don't think so. But at the same time, the alternative, it can be so much worse. So it's a great question. I don't really know in the end what you choose to do with Kirk Cousins, that whole situation, where he ranks among quarterbacks, you know. I think around 15. Like he's above average, but not elite. So I want you guys to answer it for me in the end. Rate Kirk Cousins among NFL quarterbacks. He's definitely not 1. Could he be 10? Is he 20? Get those votes in for me in the comments. Good try. Who would you rather have as a head coach? Zimmer, Matt Nagy, or Urban Meyer? College, Urban Meyer. NFL, I guess I'll go Zimmer. I don't love those options, but I think I'd go Mike Zimmer in there because at least I can hire a good offensive coordinator, which I don't trust Matt Nagy to do at this point.
This next one's coming in from Barrett B49. What up, Barrett B? Who's the most underrated team right now? So this is actually a pretty good question here. In terms of what exactly is an underrated team, I'll say a team that nobody is really thinking about because they lost a few games and they're 3-5. I'm going to throw out the team, the Seattle Seahawks, who they're about to get back Russell Wilson. You can make the argument that they're the worst team in that current division. But at 3-5, do not sleep on Seattle for making a late playoff push because if Russ is in the game, they're at least going to have an opportunity. If somebody wants to give me another team name, I might throw out the New England Patriots, who've been playing much better football. Also, the Atlanta Falcons. They're sneaky 4-4, and if they beat Dallas this week, oh yeah, get on the Atlanta hype train. Noah Dye, you're next up here on NFL Daily. What top quarterback 2022 prospect will or might go in the first round, or do you think it will be the second round? So again, quarterback prospects this year are very difficult in the draft. I would say the top 3 quarterbacks right now are probably Pickett from Pittsburgh, which blows my mind saying. Malik Willis has to be in that conversation, and then Matt Corral. Obviously, I've been eating that Golden Corral too much, but I would say all 3 of them have a shot, obviously, going in the first round, and the more and closer we get to the draft, you're going to see teams start hyping up quarterbacks, and as always, guys are going to go early. I will say this, though. The last time that I remember people talking about NFL draft classes being a weak group was, I believe, 2017. And a few quarterbacks that came out of that group were Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. And you can say what you want about Deshaun, but both of them have a lot of talent.
Now, if you want to get your questions featured on any of our mailbag shows, then you got to be subscribed. Otherwise, you miss out on all of our videos here at Chat Sports. And we do these mailbags live, so got to be watching live. That's a pretty simple result right there. So sub right now if you want to join us in the future for more live NFL mailbags. The Lunatic. If the NFL expands to 34 teams, which 2 cities are added? I don't know. Maybe they add an overseas team or non-USA team in some capacity. Maybe they bring back a St. Louis team. There's some legal issues there going on that I think are a bit of a problem from that perspective. So, maybe that's a route they end up trying to go in the end. From Riley Gamer, what's the best team in the NFL? The Cardinals have the best record, and they took it to the Cardinals with a backup quarterback in without DeAndre Hopkins too. I think the Cardinals are the best team right now. From Jillian, who do you think is the biggest contender in the NFC and the AFC? The buys mean a lot this year. NFC, I think there are 5 teams. Cardinals, Rams, Packers, Bucks, Cowboys. Pick one. You're probably right. AFC, Titans. Without Derrick Henry, you feel less about, but they just beat the Rams. Maybe it's the Titans. Chargers have not been consistent. The Bills, I think I'm going to go with Bills. They lost to the Jags. The AFC, a bit inconsistent and a bit more wide open.
Now, if anybody out there wants to bet on any NFL game this week, you can do it at one place and one place only. That's with BetUS, the #1 sportsbook on the internet. And luckily, I'm going to pat ourselves on the back here. We got the #1 deal on the internet. Huh? Mitch, #1 deal. How do I get it? Go to chatsports.com/BetUS, promo code NFL Daily. That's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. Now, if you put down $100, you're going to get $125 for free. And for first-time BetUS users, we're also going to throw in a free NFL jersey. Yes, a free NFL jersey. So all you got to do, use the link, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily. We'll cycle through some jerseys that we have on stock here. And then what I want you to do is send me your account number. Send me a bet that you made, because if I'm being honest, y'all, I've been struggling in the whole betting game for the last week or two, so I need to see what you guys got. Email me that, jersey@chatsports.com. Then we'll figure out, your address, your size, all that little logistics there. But you got to get started with BetUS. It's for first-time users only. I always tell people, imagine a world where you could put down $100, you get $125 for free to bet with, and then on top of that, we're going to get you a Nike NFL jersey. So you're getting a hell of a deal here, thanks to Chat Sports. So remember that. Again, email us, jersey@chatsports.com. Get a free NFL jersey, but you got to get started with BetUS. Now, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and if I'm being 100% legit with y'all, I'm not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving food, so I want to put this one out here. What's the better Thanksgiving side? Is it mashed potatoes or is it stuffing? Please type M for mashed potatoes, or you can go ahead and type S for stuffing. If you're the kind of person that's like, you know what, man, I just like to mix everything, you can go ahead and type SM down in the comments. If I had to pick between both, I would say I would rather have good stuffing over good mashed potatoes, because I think mashed potatoes are a little bit simple personally, but both of them I usually end up passing on if I'm being 100% honest. Looking at a lot of the comments, I'm seeing a lot of S's. I do know this. Tom's favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving is mashed potatoes, which maybe that tells you a little bit more about Tom.
From Cody the GOAT, what position is the weakest in the 2022 NFL Draft? I think quarterback, from what we've had in recent years, really stands out as a not great position grouping to deal with. Top of running back is not great. I think some of the bottom, the depth is solid. I don't love the tight end class either, because my boy Jaleel Billingsley was a head case for Alabama this year, which kind of sucks. I like the defensive ends. DT's a bit thin near the top, but quarterback stands out the most to me.